Hey everyone, so recently on my channel I've been getting questions about some of the symptoms I experienced regarding my brain tumor. So I thought today I would do a quick video about one of the symptoms that I experienced, which was facial numbness. The facial numbness I experienced was actually pretty limited. I only experienced it 2 or 3 times at most. It wasn't a symptom that I experienced on a regular basis by any means. When I would have the facial numbness, I only had it really in the left side of my face, and particularly in my cheeks. The numbness that I went through wasn't so severe that if I smiled, only half of my face would smile and the other part would droop, kind of like when somebody's having a stroke. It wasn't to that extent. The numbness that I experienced was really a tingling sensation in the left side of my cheeks, and it really wasn't the type of numbness that when you smile, that half of your face droops and the other half is fine, kind of like when somebody's having a stroke. It wasn't like that at all. It was more just a tingling sensation, and if I touched my face or if I touched my cheeks, I could tell the difference between the right side of my face and the left side of the face, meaning that if I touched the left side of my face, I noticed that there was less sensation there than there was on the right side. So that's basically what it was. It wasn't anything dramatic, I guess is really what I'm getting at. The best analogy that I can come up with the tingling sensation that I experienced was like if you've ever eaten large quantities of meat. And I say meat specifically because this is the context that I've experienced it in, where you eat a ton of meat in a short period of time, and what ends up happening is the blood in your body rushes to your stomach to process and digest all that food. And so as a result, what ends up happening is that some of your extremities end up not getting the necessary amounts of blood that they need, and as a result you end up experiencing a tingling sensation, maybe in the tips of your fingers, or maybe even actually your face, which I've experienced before. And that is the most similar experience that I can relate my facial numbness to. So going back to my brain tumor, and what I think what was going on in my head causing the facial numbness was the cyst was growing in my brain, pushing my brain out towards the skull, which must have pressed on a vein or an artery or something inside my head, basically, that was cutting off the blood circulation flowing somewhere in my head down to my face. And as a result of that lack of blood circulation towards my face, that's what was giving me the tingling sensation. Now, in regards to how often I felt the tingling sensation, I honestly can't put a number on it. I think that it was really in the last maybe 2 months before I ended up in the emergency room that I started experiencing a tingling sensation. And it was not a daily occurrence, and I don't even know how long it lasted. I cannot remember. And when I would experience it, it would basically be there, and eventually I would ignore it to the point to where I didn't even notice it anymore. And what I think what would happen was I would eventually go to sleep for the night, and when I woke up in the morning, it wasn't there anymore. So sometime during the night, something happened to where blood was able to flow again, and the blood was able to come back to my cheeks. But that's basically what it was like for me. Now, if you find that you yourself are having these similar tingling sensations / facial numbness in either one side of your face, or maybe even both sides, please get yourself checked out. It's not something that's normal that just happens. There's a reason why this stuff happens, and unfortunately, when you're dealing with the brain, something is probably wrong. Do yourself a favor that I didn't do for myself, which is go get checked out. Go get a CAT scan, talk to your doctor, get an MRI, do what you need to do to figure out exactly what's going on so you and your doctor can come up with the best plan to resolve the situation. I know it can be a pain going to the doctor and all that stuff, but believe me, in the end, peace of mind is everything. So are you experiencing any facial numbness? If so, leave me comments down below. I'd really like to hear about your experience and what you are or have been through. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, please subscribe for more great videos. See you guys next time.